If the past 2 years are any indication, the winner of the NFC South has a great chance of making the Super Bowl. We're gonna kick off the summer with the NFC South prediction video coming at you right now. Out of all the teams in the NFC South this year, the Panthers seem to be in the most disarray, and it really falls on their top two franchise players, Luke Kuechly and Cam Newton. Now, Luke Kuechly is probably 1 or 2 more concussions away from a surprise retirement, and the Panthers are still trying to figure out how they want to best use Cam Newton. They apparently want to use the same offense that the Patriots used with Tom Brady, even though Tom Brady and Cam Newton are two starkly different quarterbacks. The Patriots offense, 1, changes from week to week, 2, requires patience and precision, which is the exact opposite of Cam Newton's game, considering the guy's completed over 60% of his passes just twice in his career. Newton thrived in a play-action, deep ball type of offense in his MVP year, so why are you trying to implement a more difficult offense to someone who hasn't shown he's capable of doing so? Not to mention, the Panthers have one of the best tight ends in Greg Olsen, who can mimic the finesse side of Gronk's game, but I don't see any precise route runners at the receiver position that will make a living doing what Edelman and Amendola do. This is the ultimate case of trying to fit a square peg into a round hole that may end up being detrimental to Cam Newton's career. If you want to get Cam Newton back on track, then play to his strengths, because right now, you're running the risk of him being another RG3 or Colin Kaepernick because you're trying to reel his athleticism back into the pocket where he's not very good. Also, Christian McCaffrey is a media sweetheart. No, he was a great player at Stanford, but if you actually envision him being that Dion Lewis and James White element to your offense, let me ask you this. Are you actually going to go back in the draft and draft Dion Lewis number 8 overall? Are you going to draft James White number 8 overall? I don't think so. Listen, Carolina, let the Patriots do them and y'all do you. Speaking of teams doing them, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have done a great job of adding some pieces to their offense this offseason, but it's just a case where I don't think all those moves are gonna work out. Mike Evans, Deshaun Jackson, O.J. Howard for Jameis Winston to play around with? That is going to be insane, except with bringing along all those weapons, you still have the turnovers that Jameis Winston hasn't been able to shake since college. Turnovers against the Saints in Week 16 and the Cowboys in Week 15 did end the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playoff hopes. I love Vernon Hargreaves and Brent Grimes and Gerald McCoy, but that defense is nothing special either, giving up 23 points per game last year. And when you got the Falcons and the Saints twice a year, plus a meeting with Tom Brady, a rejuvenated Giants offense, the Cardinals, and the Packers, I'm not seeing how Jameis and company can hang in those games. I just don't. And while the Buccaneers certainly improved their passing attack, it is still nowhere near the top 2 passing attacks of the league last year, the Falcons and the Saints. So as far as I'm concerned, the Buccaneers are just another team that's just stuck with potential that isn't coming to fruition just yet. And the Falcons and the Saints both added some talent on defense, and it's going to be improved next year. The Falcons' defense looked like they figured it out last year in the playoffs up until that second half against Tom Brady. But they added Takk McKinley out of UCLA, who can hopefully help Vic Beasley keep on that upward trend, and the Saints added talent on their defense as well. So really, this pick is going to come down more to gut feeling than just overanalyzation like I usually do. That historic offense of the Falcons is still going to be fully intact, which spells problems for not only the NFC South, but also the entire league. Devontae Freeman wants a new contract, so he's going to be playing with motivation. And when you look at the offenses, Tevin Coleman and Freeman compared to Mark Ingram and Adrian Peterson, not even close. Michael Thomas is a stud, but the Saints receiving core couldn't wear the same gloves as the Falcons receiving core. But does it matter? Matt Ryan's always had weapons his entire career and just now realized his potential, while Drew Brees has always done either just about as much or more with less help. You can recycle receivers and running backs in and out of the lineup for the Saints, and they're still liable to hit you up for 30 plus points a game. Don't tell me Drew Brees is old when he just dropped 37 touchdowns last year, his most since 2013. Offense isn't the problem. I'm going to compare the defenses here and what I think will happen in 2017. The Saints had the worst pass defense last year, yeah, but the Falcons weren't much better at 28. Both teams have solid D-lines and the Saints are bringing back Sheldon Rankins, who put up 4 sacks in 9 games last year as a defensive tackle, and pairing him back with Cameron Jordan and Nick Fairley, who bounced back last year with 6.5 sacks. They went out and got the best cornerback in the draft in Marshawn Lattimore to help contend with those receivers, and they addressed the safety position with another high pick in Marcus Williams. Are those 2 rookies gonna just come in and shut down all those receivers? No, well, Lattimore may not right away, but they still got some young bucks who are going to come in hungry and contribute and make the plays needed to win the division crown, just like the younger players on the Falcons defense last year. I'm going with the Saints. New Orleans is the biggest sleeper pick I'm going to make this summer, and I get why. It's because of the defense. The defense, in a way, has sort of made us take Drew Brees for granted because it's not lifting him to the level of stardom that he deserves to be on. However, they did a great job this offseason of adding some young energy that is going to add some spark to a group that's been lethargic for the past couple years.